Next, we're going to learn another new red word. Our new red word is underlined in red in this sentence. My sentence says, he will do it. The word is do. So in this sentence, we said he will do it. So maybe your grandma was asking someone to take out the trash and your brother said he would. So you would say he will do it. Do has two letters, the letters D, O. Do. I'm going to show you how I write the word do, and then you'll write it with me. So to write the word do, I write D, O, do. Try that with me. If you have your canvas at home, take your canvas and scooch it under your paper. I'm using our Redword paper again that's in our packet, but you could use a Redword book if you have that at home with you, or you could just use your notebook or a dry erase board and a marker. I'm going to use my red marker and then my black marker when we write our sentence. So if you have a red crayon and a pencil, you could use those with me. Or you can just use whatever you have at home to write with. All right, let's write it together. D, O, do. Double check that your D is facing the same way as mine. Remember our trick? Make a C, tall line down. Let's arm tap it. We're going to arm tap the word do 3 times. Make sure you keep your eyes on your paper or on my paper on the screen. 1, 2, 3. D, O, do. Again, D, O, do. One more time. D, O, do. Let's sing Red Word of the Day song. There was a red word of the day, and do was our red word. D, O, do. D, O, do. D, O, do. And do was our red word. If you have your canvas under your paper, you can scooch it out. And we're going to use our wiggle finger to trace the letters in the word do 3 times. Make sure you're saying it with me. 1, 2, 3. D, O, do. Again. D, O, do. One more time. D, O, do. If you have your canvas, put your canvas back on top. And this time we'll trace over the letters, but we'll be able to feel the canvas bumpies as we're tracing. If you don't have your canvas, that's okay. Just trace again using your paper. 1, 2, 3. D, O, do. Here's 2. D, O, do. Last time. D, O, do. Nice work. Let's get your canvas out of your way. And we're going to use our red crayon or red marker to write the word do 3 more times. Make sure you say the letters with me. Do is a red word, so we can't use letter sounds to help us stretch out the word and then write the letters. We just have to remember what this word looks like, so we'll be able to read the word and write the word. And to do that, saying the letters is super helpful. All right, here we go. Let's hear it. 1, 2, 3. D, O, do. Again, D, O, do. Last time, D, O, do. Double check that your D's are facing the same way as mine. If your D is turned this way, we have a different word. That's the word bow. So you could just cross it out and just try it again. Remember our trick to make a D? You start by making a C, then a tall line down. Do. Last is our sentence. I'm going to use a black marker, but if you have a pencil or a black crayon, that would work well for writing your sentence. Our sentence today is going to say, I can do it. Let's count how many words. I can do it. How many words? 4. Our first word is the word I. Is that a red word? Yes, it is. So we'll draw 2 lines. I. Our next word is can. Ooh, but before we write that word, we need a finger space. How many lines should can get? 2, you're right, because it's a red word. I can do. And I'm going to make sure I get my finger space there. Do is our brand new red word, so it gets 2 lines. I can do it. Last word, so one more finger space. Is it a red word? Nope, that's a green word. Tap each line and say the word that you're going to write there with me. 1, 2, 3. I can do it. Let's start with the word I. You can draw your mountain to remind yourself that the first letter in the first word has to be capital. But because we're using the red word I, we already know it's a capital. I can. That's another red word. How do you spell it? Good. Show yourself how to write it. C-A-N, can. I can do. That's our new red word. D-O, do. I can do it. What's the first sound you hear in the word it? It. Good. I. And the last sound. It. It. Good. T. And we know T makes the sound T. For this sentence, I'm going to give it an exclamation mark because it is kind of an exciting sentence with a lot of emotion, so we can use an exclamation mark. Tap, oh, I almost forgot. Use your red crayon or your red marker to draw a red line under the word do, our new red word. Now we're ready to read it. Use your finger to tap each word and read the sentence with me. 1, 2, 3. I can do it. Nice work, friends. Today we learned the red word do.